What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody. So the dream scenario has finally entered the chat. It's finally entered the chat, at least for the moment. It is a rumor, of course, but that part place, they wrote the article based on film threat. Chris Gore and Alan Ng were talking about that. We're actually going to watch this video in just a minute and kind of react to it. But yeah, here's the headline. Chris Gore reports Disney has been trying to sell Star Wars for 7 months, but no one will buy it. Film threat seeks additional information. All right, so this is in rumor territory. We understand that. We're speculating. We really don't know what this situation is, but like I said, it is the dream scenario. All right, it is the dream scenario to what we've all wanted as Star Wars fans. Hey, we need to get this thing out from under the grubby mitts of Disney and give it to people that actually care about the franchise, and then Star Wars will be just fine. As soon as we get it away from Disney, all right? I had posted this up. You guys might have saw this on X. I said, hey, Elon Musk, could we interest you in buying Star Wars and making it great again? I mean, look, if anybody could do it, right? If anybody got the bread to basically to give Disney whatever they want and then some, it's Elon Musk, right? He can buy Lucasfilm. He can overpay for it. And look, Elon Musk could say this. He could say, hey, look, Disney, whatever you want for Lucasfilm, I'll give you triple that. All right. I'll offer you triple whatever it is, and he can afford it. I'll offer you triple that. You in? And man, look, Disney's in trouble. Cash strapped. They need money. They'd be like, shit, man, we might need to do this. I mean, I'm sorry, man. We might need to try to figure something out. And then Elon can say, hey, look, on top of that, just as a measure of good faith, I'll even convince Gina Carano to drop the lawsuit. He's like, yeah, Gina will drop the lawsuit. I'll give you triple what Star Wars is worth. What do you say? And then the moment that he gets control of Lucasfilm, he hands control straight to Gina Carano. And then Gina Carano gets to fire Kathleen Kennedy and frog march her ass out the door. Oh my God, that would be amazing, man. And then Gina can hire like the Fellowship to run Star Wars. She can hire like Critical Drinker and Ryan Kendall and Star Wars Theory and all of them cats. She can hire the Fellowship to run the franchise. And then we get to my little checklist right here, right? My checklist. Fire every Lucasfilm employee, rehire based on merit, recanonize the EU, adapt Heir to the Empire, all Disney Star Wars content goes to legend. Star Wars is back, all right? And make Star Wars great again. Somebody put that in one of the comments. Yo, man, that's a hat, bro. I was like, I might need to get a little hat for that. Make Star Wars great again. But yeah, man, this is the situation. Listen, we're going to go through the video. Let me go ahead and get that up. We're going to go through this video. And we're going to hear what Chris Gore and Alan Ng were reporting, and then I'll have some commentary on it.
Let's talk about what I have heard. I have heard some news, and we don't do gossip on this channel. We react to things. We'll do commentary. I don't want to turn into one of those gossip sites, but we hear things. And we speculate about things based on our knowledge of the industry. And I am told from a friend in the industry that Disney has been shopping Star Wars for sale. They have been shopping the brand. They've been putting feelers out for the last 7 months. Now, part of my purpose.
Real quick, why do you think they putting out feelers for the last 7 months? What was 7 months ago? Let's start thinking about this. 7 months ago. Oh, that would have been about the July time frame, right? July of 24. What was going on in July of 24? Oh, that's about the time that the Acolyte started wrapping up. They gotta say, oh crap, man, we really shit the bed with this show. Hey, somebody quickly get out there and try to sell this shit before the price drops even more. I find that interesting, that 7 months time frame. It's like, okay, you talking about the last 2 months and then 5 months deep from 2024. Yeah, that's about the July time frame when the Acolyte wrapped up, the series got canceled. You know, it's a very interesting little time frame, and they've been trying to sell this thing since then. All right. And Chris has more information about it. Let's get to it.
With sharing this information with you is that this will become a story and other sources will feel comfortable speaking about this. So this is from a friend who is not in the nerd space, not in the YouTube space, not a media person. This is a friend in the world of finance. So a trusted individual who says for 7 months, they have put feelers out about selling Star Wars. Now, it's unclear if they are selling Star Wars or they're selling Lucasfilm.
And that's an important distinction, obviously. Are you just selling a piece of Lucasfilm or all of Lucasfilm? Because if you're selling all of Lucasfilm, now you're talking about, complete control. All right. You're talking about complete control of the franchises that Lucasfilm owns. If you're just selling Star Wars and then Lucasfilm is going to remain with Disney, that's a different story, different scenario altogether. Ownership is obviously what people want. If I'm going to pay a whole lot of money, I want to own whatever it is that I'm buying. And so I think it's really important to understand, are they just selling the Lucasfilm, company? And they're just trying to offload that and then maybe work out some back end deals to make sure that we can still do our Disney Plus and our Disney Park stuff and everything else lines up, but we'll give complete control over and we'll just sell this thing. But in the deal, we can bake in some back end stuff. Maybe, who knows? Or are they just selling the Star Wars brand? That's it. That's all. A lot of people will just say, well, Star Wars is Lucasfilm. Yeah, that's true. But Lucasfilm is not Star Wars because Lucasfilm has Indiana Jones, it has Willow, it has Industrial Light and Magic. There's a lot more moving parts to Lucasfilm than just Star Wars. And so, what kind of deal are they looking at? What kind of, what are they selling? That's what I would want to know on top of this. Exactly what's being sold here, or, being rumored to be sold, because it's all still rumor territory. Anyway, let's keep going.
As part of Star Wars or the whole thing? Is it the whole thing? I don't know. But this is what I've been told. And I want to put this story out there so that other sources will feel comfortable confirming this. Normally, when you talk about a news story, you have to have two sources to confirm. I am telling you, this is unconfirmed through one source from the world of finance that Disney is shopping Star Wars and or Lucasfilm. I'm not sure.
The other point that is coming from the world of finance and not coming from the scuttlebutt, all right, within studios and entertainment companies, that's also interesting. That's also interesting because, like I saw somebody say, what if Disney tried to sell Star Wars to Sony in order to get the rights for Spider-Man, like do a swap or something like that. Like, that's interesting, right? You would expect that kind of a rumor to come from the scuttlebutt within entertainment studio hallways. Oh, I heard this. Oh, I heard that. And then it kind of leaks out and gets out to other people. And then Chris Gore comes upon somebody who has that information. That's one thing. To hear it coming from the world of finance, in the world of deal makers, that's a different world. And so that makes me think, okay, maybe there is some truth to this. Maybe something really is going on where they're trying to get rid of Lucasfilm right around the time that the Acolyte started bombing, because Disney realizes this is a sinking ship. Kathleen Kennedy, we're already talking about her retirement. This is an interesting time to be a Star Wars fan. I'm not sure if anything's going to come of it. Probably not. But you never know. All right, let's keep listening.
I'm asking for people who might have information to come forward and let us know. Now, can we speculate? What would this look like? They have a lot of things, irons in the fire. Star Wars is a category on Disney Plus, one of their most lucrative categories, maybe that could be argued. But if Star Wars is for sale, is it the rights to the films? Are they parsing rights? As Marvel's, the rights for the Marvel properties is parsed among, it was, it's Sony. It used to be Fox. Then they bought Fox. It's a lot of different relation. Even merch is kind of parsed out. Could this be a deal where they're parsing pieces of Star Wars, selling off, say, the merchandise or other pieces? I don't know. It could be very complex. Even if you're well aware that, Marvel even started, Iron Man was put out by Paramount. So rights can be parsed out. I feel this could be a good move. Maybe it's only the movies. Who knows? Alan, your speculation, will go to your comments.
Before Alan speculates on it, yeah, again, that's licensing. You could say, all right, you guys can purchase the rights to make Star Wars movies. And then maybe this other company can purchase the right to make Star Wars TV shows. Disney gets the distribution rights, so they get to put it in theaters. Like, that's where the rights to me make sense. But it's not like ownership. We own Star Wars, like they're selling Star Wars and the other company is the outright owners of it. I mean, that's still possible. All right. That's still possible. And it's still possible for Disney to build into that some sort of a deal on the back end. It's like, you guys do whatever you want with the franchise. We have no more creative control over it. All right. Look at look at the situation with Amazon, with 007 and the Broccolis. All right. The Broccolis still own 007, James Bond. They own the franchise, but Amazon has full creative control. So something like that could be going down over there at Disney with Star Wars. We literally just saw it happen with James Bond. Is it possible that it's happening here? Not sure. All right. That's, I think, why Chris Gore is putting this out there, because he wants to see what happens.
And this is really a call for other people I know in the space,
right,
who may have information to confirm that this is happening. Alan, your thoughts, and we'll go to chat.
Yeah, first, the chat wants to know who Sal is. Second, Star Wars. I mean, let's just say they did sell Star Wars. They're still going to be in bed with Disney for a very long time.
Yep.
Just because of all the rights to the Disney movies. I saw you had this on the list here.
Sorry, there's one extra piece of information I need to add. I see Gary from Nerdrotic in the chat.
Yeah.
They have been shopping it for 7 months, and there are no takers. That was the thing.
Yeah.
The person that's in finance shared with me is that they've been shopping it for 7 months and they can't find a buyer.
Yeah.
So is the price too high? Like, why can't you find somebody to buy Star Wars or even tempt their tummy with the taste of nuts and honey? Like, how are you not selling this thing, Disney? This is Star Wars we're talking about. What are they valuing this thing at? That's the question. Because I do think there is some truth to the idea that they're trying to value Star Wars. All right. In an open market where Star Wars is actually for sale, what would it be worth? I think there's something to be said for that. Has Star Wars gone up or down in price in the last 13 years since we've owned it? I think there's something legitimate to talk about when it comes to that as the reasoning this story is out there. The idea that they are shopping it and they have no takers, that means to me that they've assigned a value to the Star Wars brand that is absolutely unrealistic. And nobody's even talking to them about it, all right? It's like, we can't find any takers. Like, Disney, whatever you think it's worth, nobody's willing to pay that price. You've destroyed the brand. The fact that there are no takers, I don't care what they're saying it's worth. The fact that they're saying that nobody is even coming back, maybe with a counter offer. There are no takers. Like, that tells me a lot, man. That tells me that Disney, they're overvaluing what they think Star Wars is. Kind of like a lot of these Disney shills. We've been talking about that recently. Like, these guys don't understand that Star Wars is in worse shape than where it was before Disney bought it. It's in worse shape. But the shills out there, they keep, oh, no, Star Wars is doing great. Look at all the content that we've gotten over the last... Disney or Lucas wasn't putting out content. Yeah, but the brand is dead. You've destroyed the brand. All of your content has ran Star Wars into the ground. That's the problem. They don't seem to understand it, man. These shills, I mean. Everybody else gets it. Anyway, let's keep going.
Well, that's just
I want to get to what the specifics are, so I need other people in the industry to fill me in.
Right.
Fill us in, or Gary knows people. Let's get the information on this. I want this to be factually accurate. Continue, Alan. We'll go.
Yeah, I mean, those specifics are really important because, okay, Star Wars is for sale. What are you buying? What exactly are you buying? Because you're basically, it's like selling the Playboy Mansion, knowing that Hugh Hefner is still going to live there for a while. I mean, that's the sense I get with this, because Disney is so intertwined with this that, I can't imagine them giving it away, selling it away 100%. The merchandising, the film, the assets, the all the licenses that have been that are out now. Are you really buying Lucasfilm, or are you just buying? Are you just owner in name only, and Disney will still run things?
Well, again, Sony has a deal with Marvel that I think is actually a very good deal. They get to make Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but that was that was pre-Marvel. I'm sorry, that was pre-Disney.
And they have access to Spider-Man related characters.
Yeah.
Smart deal for Sony.
Well, Universal has the theme park rights in Florida.
And Universal has Hulk movie rights. Mm-hmm. It's very complex. Yeah. So are they looking at this and maybe keeping the category on Disney Plus, selling pieces of the rights? Yeah. I don't know. Again, I'll tell you, this is precisely what my friend said. Disney has been shopping Star Wars for 7 months and can find no buyers. Yeah. Let's do an investigation together and get the full story.
I think right now it's just interesting because, again, they're trying to shop this thing out there for 7 months. No buyers. I still think that they're talking about maybe creative control of the Star Wars franchise. That's what they're selling. You can be the guys that run Star Wars. All right. Again, just like how Amazon is now running 007 and they have full creative control and the Broccoli still own it. All right. It's still owned by the Broccolis. But they have full creative control. Now, what does that do? When you're talking about theme parks, when you're talking about all the merchandising and everything, does Disney, work out something with them on that as well? Or is it just like, nope, you're just strictly allowed to make movies, TV shows, you can make some books, you can do all of that. It will give you full 100% creative control. And then anybody that wants to do anything when it comes to Star Wars content going forward, they have to run it through you, and then maybe they could spin that off and do whatever they want to do. I don't know. But to me, the fact that they've been trying to sell it for 7 months and they're not getting any buyers, that's the biggest story, because that tells me that the brand is absolutely damaged. And even in the world of finance, people know what Star Wars is worth. You might be able to fool the shills, Disney. You might be able to pull one over on all of your little sycophants that think, oh, Star Wars is in a perfectly healthy place. It's so much better now that Kathleen Kennedy is running it. You might think that, and you're allowed to think that, but you're wrong, all right? Because whatever Disney thinks it's worth, it ain't worth that, because they can't get a single buyer to buy in and say, all right, yeah, we got you. We'll go ahead and pay top dollar over here for Star Wars. It's just really interesting. But anyway, shout out to Film Threat, Chris Gore, and Alan Ng for that information. What do y'all think about it, man? Do you think that Disney would ever offload, Star Wars in any capacity? All right. Full ownership, or just parse it out? Maybe, hey, this group gets to make films. That group gets to make TV shows. We'll license it out like that. Like, how do you think this thing is coming down? And, if our boy Elon Musk said, hey, I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse. I would love to see that, bro. Oh, man, Elon, open up the checkbook. But, man, buy the franchise. Buy it all, man. Buy Lucasfilm. Make them an offer they can't refuse. And you know what? I would love it, man. They could go back to just doing Star Tours. They could have a Disney World or whatever. And then Elon, bro, hand it to Gina, and then let the rest of that take place. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.